every second, 3.8 million cells are being born inside of your precious and sacred body. And every single one of those cells is being imprinted with your thoughts at this moment. You are a creator. You are a mother, birthing reality into being. The question for this month, as we explore the archetype of the mother in this Cancer season, the season of emotion, is what energy are you infusing into your mothering? And really, what are you mothering right now? Are you mothering relationships? Are you mothering your work in the world? Are you mothering a creative project? Are you mothering literal children? The power of the mother is to be a channel through which life creates more of itself. But of course, it's so challenging to not be attached to not be identified with our creations. In the words of Khalil Gibran, your children are not your children. They are the sons and the daughters of life's longing for itself. They come through you, but not from you. You may give them your heart and your love, but not your thoughts. This is as true for human children as it is for any other element of our life that we're giving our devotion, that we're creating, that we're bringing into the world, that we are a channel for life to create more of itself. It's so hard to not cling, right? And that's one of the shadows of the mother that we're working with to take a peek into this month is, where are we clinging? Where are we grasping? Where are we being that overbearing mother? Where are we being that controlling mother in our lives where we can't allow life to flow, to move through us? Ancestral karma are the ways that our great-grandmothers, great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmothers, and back, how their actions are influencing us in this moment, in our daily actions. Every moment, those billions of cells being born into our bodies at any given moment are shaping the future. We have that power. The challenge is really to let go and to be present in this moment as a means of really birthing with that pure energy of the channel. The eggs inside of our womb, whether or not we ever choose to translate that into children, whether we're ever have the opportunity or even the capacity to translate those into children, these are the same eggs that were present inside of your mother when she was inside of your grandmother. And your grandmother's food choices when she was pregnant they turned on and off genes that now dictate your health. Everything we do impacts the future. Now, another shadow of the mother archetype is always putting other people first, And of course, Cancer carries that energy of our emotions, and really the knowledge and the truth that our emotions are our power. Our emotions are our power. I will say it again. Your emotions are your power. But when we're not anchored and grounded in our self-care, then we, just like a river without banks, boom, we get washed away, we get pulled by our emotions, and our mental health deteriorates. So self-care really is the foundation for our mental health, our emotional health. They create the banks of the river so that the fluidity of the water element of our emotional body can flow through. And As mother creators, we know that there's really never enough time, and that this is a structural issue in our culture that we are part of shifting and changing. And so much of that is the sister wounds that have been created through the witch hunts around the globe, the largest Holocaust in history, largest and most ongoing and long-lasting Holocaust in history, where women were forced to turn against each other, were forced to turn each other in order to protect their own families. So we're seeing the legacy of that now with white supremacy and patriarchy, and so much of healing that. The mother archetype carries the gift of healing that, but it must come from revillaging. It must come from asking for help from each other, from connecting with each other. It must come from receiving help and offering help, showing up for each other as we build this new culture where it's true, it takes a village to raise a child, and it takes a village to live a happy life. That's just the reality of what it is to be a human. We're remembering that on the planet at this time with the medicine of the mother. And finally, of course, Earth Mother, Divine Mother. She is always here. She is always with us. She creates our body. She supports our life. She lives in the breaths we take. She lives in our blood. She lives in the soul fire within us. We can always return to being that receptive and dependent child, really. We can always return to the earth, take child's pose, take fetal position, return to our practice, return to the sanctuary of our body. We don't have to do it alone, mothers. I honor you and the creative life force within you. Namaste and happy Cancer season.